They're ready to play ball. And here is Roy Oswalt, who was electric in the National League Championship Series.
Wearing number 44, normally reserved for power hitters, a power pitcher. Jim Hickey, the pitching coach, said last Wednesday he threw about 12. Another one.
Here in the first inning tonight. Base hit right field. 1 on, 1 out. Jermaine Dye is coming up, and we take a look at how the Astros cover the field. Might be. It is. Houston got what they wanted out of Oswalt, and now they take their turns against Jon Garland.
What we have called Will the Layoff Hurt Part 2. He's had one start in the last 22 days.
Biggio in the left center field. That ball is down and to the wall. Biggio starts it with a double.
But you don't break bats when you're behind in the count. 3 balls and a strike. Astros trying to get a runner to third with less than 2 outs.
And he pops it up. Easy play for Creedy, 1 out. So Tavares can't get the bunt down, and we struggled a little down the stretch. Was brilliant in the ALCS. There he is the other way. The Astros strike first. Berkman delivers 1-0 Houston. Ensberg with a double play ball to Uribe. Higuchi. Each side turns a double play in the first, but the Astros get a run. Double by Biggio. And a 1-out single by Berkman. Train guys happy, 1-0. Houston on top after 1. Fighting on the right shoulder of Roy Oswalt. And Konerko greets him with a shot down the left field line. Konerko will cruise into second base as Berkman digs it out with a double. A leadoff double, and let's go down to Chris Myers when the roof is closed. 3-1, a double and a walk. A good start to this second for the White Sox.
Roy Oswalt.
Rowan up on the count, 2-1. Ripped, out, out. Here's a 3-2 again. 2 on, 2 out. 2 walks in this inning by Oswalt, and we learn more about this right-hander. 2 on, 2 out. Uribe is jammed. 1-0 Astros as game 3 goes to the bottom of the second.
To homer in his first World Series at bat, David Ortiz with Boston last year.
Lamb into center field, and Rowan comes on to get it, 1 out. Take a look at how the White Sox cover the field. It's brought to you by State Farm. That's wide and a 1-out walk.
You could see Garland looking at home plate umpire Jerry Lane.
Now Osmus up the middle. Uribe waits for it. And another double play. Each side has turned 2. And we go to the third. Game 3 of the World Series. And the Astros down 2 games. Lead it 1-0.
But they've got to be thinking right now, based on Oswalt's performance in the first 2 innings, he's gettable tonight.
Not on pitches like that. That was nasty to Garland.
He is not relying on the fastball so far tonight.
To the left side, tough hop. Ensberg, 2 down. During the Jason Lane at bat, he fouled one down the right field line. Gucci grounds back to Oswalt, and he has a quick and easy third. We go to the bottom half. Everett, Oswalt, Biggio coming up. 1-0 Houston. The 1-1 pitch. Everett shatters his bat. Uribe picked it up with a bare hand and can't get it to first in time. A backhanded pickup by Uribe.
A lot of courage to put the hit and run on again.
Instead, the bunt from Oswalt. Down to second is Everett, one away. Right side base hit. Everett coming to the plate. Dies throw. Too late. 2-0 Houston. One ball, 2 strikes on Willie Taveras. 2 down in the first strikeout of the night for Jon Garland.
You keep staying away and he'll do what he did the first time up.
Or you come inside and he singles into right. Biggio will go to third, and it's first and third. 2 out on the second hit by Berkman.
Yeah, they tried to come inside, did Jon Garland, but that ball stayed on the inside part of the plate.
The 1-1. Left side base hit. 3-0 Houston. Well, if this has been a postseason, three pitches, Lamb is gone. But the Astros come up with 2 in the third, thanks to the legs of Adam Everett. Completely different Roy Oswalt from Game 6 of the NLCS.
No question.
Dye hits it in the air to left center field, and Taveras on the move for out number 1. His first time up, and then was doubled off second on a line drive hit by Rowan. He's jammed, and that's into center. Taveras can close in a hurry. 2 down. A breaking ball on 3-2 and a 2-out walk. That's 3 walks handed out by Oswalt. Now in his first year with the White Sox. Shattered bat. Rowan grounds to Ensberg with a bare hand pickup, and the inning is over. The White Sox have stranded 3. Bottom of the 4th. Houston batting up 3-0. 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific, 7 Central. That's well hit. Left center field. Back is Rowan at the wall. It is gone. Home run, 4-0 Houston.
To the right of the line, and a home run for Jason Lane.
Osmus grounds it back to Garland, 1 out. Stayed on the bases, and after a bunt by Oswalt, scored on a hit by Biggio. 1 hop, Uribe. 2 down, and we go back to the home run and show you exactly where it hit. At least I do, when it gets toward that billboard, but it looked like it was awfully close to being to the left of that yellow line. And we'll get another look at it as we continue on. This game goes to the 5th inning. It's Game 3 of the World Series. Home run by Lane. 4-0 Houston. Have benefited from some of those calls. And again, Creedy's been a part of it. He's made the most of it. Here's a shot into deep right, back at the wall. Another home run for Creedy. He puts the White Sox on the board, and it's 4-1 here in the 5th. No doubt about this home run to right. And for Joe, he gets his 2nd of this World Series.
Clearly a home run for Creedy, but the one before, after looking at countless replays between innings, there is not only doubt
of the line.
Yep.
Uribe is on with a base hit. Pitch was up from Oswalt, and Juan Uribe goes down to first with nobody out. Garland strikes out. I'm telling you, the Astros were one swing with good connection on the part of Garland from losing their cleanup hitter. Podsednik grounds a base hit through the right side. Uribe will hold at second, and it's 2 on with 1 out. And Iguchi coming up. Jim Hickey, the pitching coach. A 1-1. Into center field, another hit. Uribe will come to the plate. The throw by Taveras is into the ground, and it's a 2-run game. 4 hits in the inning, 2 runs, and it's 2 on with only 1 out, and Dye coming up. They go. Dye into center field. That ball is a hit. In to score is Podsednik, and it's a 1-run game. Down toward the end of the bat, and Jermaine Dye gives the White Sox their 5th hit of this inning.
What an at-bat by Jermaine Dye.
Roy Oswalt laboring here in the 5th, and Canerco hits it to center. Taveras, Iguchi tags. They throw behind the runner, and Tadahito gets back, 2 out.
Well, Taveras was giving.
Pierzynski in the air to center field. That ball is popped. This ball is up against the wall, and the White Sox are going to take the lead. In to score Iguchi. In to score is Dye, and Chicago is out in front. 5-4 here in the 5th. Rowan 3 for 9 in this series. 3-2 pitch. Another walk. That's 4 handed out by Roy Oswalt. 1-2. Now Creedy's hit. And the bases are loaded. And the inning continues for Uribe.
You could see Creedy looking out at Oswalt.
Bases loaded, 2 down, 1-2 pitch. Popped into right center field, and Lane is there. The White Sox came into this inning down 4 runs to Roy Oswalt. They come up with 5 in the 5th, have their first lead of the night. 5-4 Chicago after 4.5. A single, an RBI, and 2 runs scored. See how the Astros respond as they trail for the first time. Creedy to his left. 1 out. So Biggio retired for the first time, and Willie Taveras. Taveras floating one for Iguchi. 2 down.
Talk about new life for a pitcher like Jon Garland, trailing 4-0.
So instead of starting game 1 of the World Series, he's relegated to a game 3 start. That's into left center field. Rowan is going to it and is there for the out. A 1-2-3 5th for Garland. 6th inning, game 3, 5-4 Chicago. Automobile goes to the MVP of this World Series, as Garland leads off and grounds it to Everett. 1 out. Moments ago, we had a chance to visit with Ozzie Guillen, the manager for the White Sox.
He got to do what he had to do. I think he did a great job to make those bench to be quiet, and I think he did a tremendous job doing that.
Meanwhile, your team comes off the deck, gets 5 runs in the 5th inning. What a great rally you guys put together against Roy Oswalt, as it seemed you started to figure him out a little bit. 2 out, nobody on, 1-1 pitch. Bad hop, and Iguchi will reach. Dye pops it into center. Taveras sends us into the bottom of the 6th. It will be Ensberg, Lamb, Lane for the Astros, who trail Chicago by 1. The handbrake on the back wheel on the right side. That's on the outside corner, and Morgan Ensberg will wheel himself back to the dugout with Garland's 3rd strikeout of the night. Phil Garner believes that Mike Lamb has gotten a bad rap for his defense. Breaks his bat here, pops it up to Uribe. And Lamb is 0 for 3. Coming up is Jason Lane. Bench, and Andy Pettit took his hat off, make sure he didn't have a fever when he was talking about hitting it off the facade. From deep in the hole, Uribe shows off his arm. And that sends this game into the 7th. On 3-0, a 4-pitch walk. That is the 5th walk of the night handed out by Oswalt. There are the numbers for the regular season for Russ Springer, an ERA of 4.73. Got a lot of work out of the bullpen for Houston. And gave up a run as Pierzynski is sawed off. And a pop-up is caught by Springer, 1 away. Won't matter if Springer does his job and gets through a scoreless inning in that 8th. 2 down. One on, 2 down, and a ground ball to Biggio. That does it for the top of the 7th. Good work by Springer in the end. He comes in with a man on, goes through Pierzynski, Rowand, and Creedy to send us to the 7th inning stretch. 3-1. A leadoff walk, so Ausmus adds to that on-base percentage when leading off an inning. And he's on to start the 7th. That's the tying run. That's a fair ball, and the only play for Pierzynski down to first. Thing was 3 feet out in front of home plate, and Pierzynski was very close. Bagwell pops it up. The same pitch on 3-2, and Konerko on the mound has it 2 down. So Bagwell is the second out of the inning, and tying run at second, 2 out. On the outside corner to end the inning, a 94-mile-an-hour fastball. So he went back to the number 1. Bagwell's frustration. We're underway. Wheeler was on the mound in game 2. Took over in the 7th. With the bases loaded, Qualls came in and gave up the grand slam to Konerko to put the White Sox on top. Uribe flies to right. Lane is there, 1 out. Everett, base hit. An 0-2 pitch. It was up. And Everett is on with 1 out in the 8th. Let's go down to Chris Myers.
They've got to prevent the White Sox from scoring.
Harris takes off. Got a good jump. Throw down. Too late. Stolen base for Willie Harris. And a 1-ball, 1-strike count on Podsednik. Fly ball into left field. Berkman is drifting for out number 2. Throw down to second, not made, as Harris was almost all the way to third. Now a 1-2 pitch to Iguchi. Left side for Ensberg. It's a 1-run game. Game 3. Astros coming to bat. Bottom of the 8th. The 2, 3, and 4 hitters coming up as the White Sox will go to their bullpen. Leading game 3, 5-4. And he gives way to Cliff Polite, the 32-year-old right-hander from St. Louis. Taveras pops it up. Left field for Podsednik. 1 down in the 8th, and Berkman is coming up. Two down. So Ozzie Guillen leaves Polite in there. A 3-2. There's the walk. The tying run is aboard for Houston. And now with Lamb coming up, we may see Kotz come out of the bullpen. Neil Kotz has been in 4 games this postseason. Total of 2 innings, 1 hit. Hermanson, the right-hander, alongside him as Lamb takes ball 4, and it's 2 on with 2 out. Back-to-back walks. Dustin Hermanson is in a game for the White Sox for the first time in 25 days. He hasn't pitched since September 30th. 2 on, 2 out, 1-2 pitch is ripped. Fair. It hits the billboard. 1 run scores. Bruntlett is to third. Lane delivers, and it's a 5-5 game.
what happened on the slider to Lane.
Got him on the inside corner. Ausmus argues again. And the Astros tie it. Leave runners at second and third. We go to the ninth inning. Here in game 3. Tied at 5. Make sure you keep it a 5-5 game. Here's a 3-2 pitch. Dye goes up to chop at it. Everett, tough play, good pick on 1 out. That was not easy. Or Bruntlett out. Here's a 2-0. And down to first goes Konerko, hit by the pitch. Mike Gallo, the 28-year-old left-hander, takes over. He's 4-2 at Round Rock this season, with the Astros got into 36 games, 0-1. Slow roller. Biggio gets the out at first. Confident that he will be able to come back from him. And here he is with a chance, trying to keep it a tie game in the ninth inning. El Duque, who hasn't pitched since he came out of the bullpen in the divisional series, game 3 in Boston, and shut down the Red Sox with the bases loaded. And here's Adam Everett with Burke to follow, and then Biggio. Everett pops it up into left, a long run. Uribe is out, and he makes the catch with Podsednik breathing down his neck. 1 away. A 4-pitch walk to Burke, and the potential winning run is on. This one gets away, and Burke heads down to second.
Well, what Phil Garner did was definitely call more attention.
Now Biggio could end this game and win it. Burke got a great jump and steals third.
Now you've got to walk Biggio.
Now the count's 3-0 on Biggio. Infield is in. And it's first and third, 1 out. 2 walks in the inning, an error and a stolen base. Two out. An off-speed breaking ball, and swinging over the top of it was Taveras, and it's up to Berkman. This will be the 3rd walk of the inning. And here's Ensberg, who has an RBI base hit. Struck him out, and the inning is over. Hernandez strikes out Taveras and Ensberg. A nasty pitch, and off we go into the 10th. Game 3 is tied at 5. 10th inning of game 3, tied 5-5. First up, Joe Creedy off the end of the bat. Biggio charges it. 1 pitch, 1 out. How about this World Series fact? Two out. For more on Brad Lidge, let's go down to Chris Myers. "5-5, bottom of the 10th. Back after this from your local station. Ball 4, a 4-pitch walk. And the Astros put the lead man on here in the bottom of the 10th. That's 4 walks in an inning plus handed out by El Duque. And to start this 10th inning to Orlando Palmeiro. And now Luis Vizcaíno, who's been a workhorse. He was with the Brewers, then part of the deal. And he pops it up on the infield. It's in foul territory, and Widger has it for out number 1. In 3 weeks. What a jump. But Osmus swings at the pitch and pops it up. Palmeiro was all the way down, I would say 3/4 of the way to second base. Osmus swung at the pitch. And it's 2 on with 2 out. Good at bat by Adam Embry. The 1-1. Up the middle, back to Vizcaíno, makes the play, and off we go into the 11th. Each side will have the top of their order as Vizcaíno comes in and shuts down the rest of the 10th. So it's 2-2 on Podsednik. Gucci and Dye will follow. To the right side and through, a base hit. So from a near strikeout to a base hit, and now the White Sox have their leadoff man on here in the 11th. Here's 1-2 pitch. They pitch out. Throw down by Osmus. Too late. And the stolen base for Podsednik.
Too late and too errant.
In the air to right. Podsednik will tag. Lane's throw is airmailed, but it stays in play. A break for the Astros as that ball hit up against the 2 out. And now the Astros can do what they wish with Konerko. We showed you who's left on the bench for the White Sox. Only 2 arms left in the bullpen, Jenks and Marte. 5-5 game in the 11th. To the right side, Berkman to the bag. Qualls keeps it tied going to the bottom of the 11th. The crowd erupts. Is the kid awake? Still sleeping. Bottom of the 11th, top of the order coming up for Houston. Tonight, the White Sox have used Garland, Polite, Kotz, Hermanson.
Just like hitters have to be patient.
1 away. Jenks delivering one down and away, and Biggio went after it. May have chased ball 4. That hits Taveras, and he goes down to first. Taveras is going. Berkman takes a ball and a walk. 2 on, 1 out. And now Morgan Ensberg will be the hitter. Ensberg pops it up. Down the left field line, and Uribe is out, the shortstop, for out number 2. And now it's up to Orlando Palmeiro, or this game is going to the 12th. Broken bat, back to Jenks. We're going to the 12th. The Astros have stranded a dozen. We go to inning number 12. Still tied at 5. An 0-2 pitch. Rowan strikes out, 1 away. Wandy Rodriguez suffered the loss in Game 1 of this World Series after taking over for Clemens. To his left, Everett. 2 out. Freedy is gone. A 1-0 from Qualls. Broken bat pop-up. Qualls has done his job. Everett takes it in. We go to the bottom of the 12th. A 5-5 game in Game 3. Back after a word from your local station. The 1-2. Lane pops it in the air to left center field, and it will be played by Podsednik. 1 out. And 0-2. 2 down. 96 miles per hour. And the second strikeout for Bobby Jenks. 2 strikeouts in the inning, 3 on the night in 2 innings of work. And now it's the 13th. White Sox will bat. Widger will start it. Still tied at 5. A leadoff walk. Here's a 1-1. Podsednik bunts it. That's a fair ball. Down to second. Out over to first. Double play. Podsednik didn't leave the box.
What an alert play by Brad Osmus. He practiced it the pitch before.
0-2. We go to the bottom of the 13th. 9-1-2 coming up for the Astros. Tied at 5. Double switch as Jeff Blum, a former Astro, takes over. Another 3-2. A leadoff walk. The 2-2 pitch. Got him on the inside corner. 1 on, 1 out. Second time in a row. Got him looking. 2 outs.
Almost an identical pitch that he got Craig.
To the shortstop, Uribe. Game number 3 will go to the 14th inning. And it will at least tie for the longest game innings-wise in World Series history. Here comes Astacio. Astacio, as we mentioned, made 14 starts for Houston this season. And Dye starts it with a hit into right center field. Jermaine Dye is on to start the 14th inning. That's the second inning in a row and the third time in the last 4 innings. Back in the second. Canerco to third. Ensberg, what a pick. Go to second, out, over to first. Out! Double play! Unbelievable from Ensberg. Or watch the longest game in World Series history. Blum hits it into right, down the line. It is gone. Jeff Blum, the former Astro, goes deep. And here in the 14th inning, the White Sox take a 6-5 lead. Jeff Blum gets his first at bat of this series and only his second of the postseason. And Blum has made it 6-5 Chicago. With 2 out, nobody on, a run home. The White Sox leading. A 3-2 pitch is chopped to third. Ensberg charges, can't make the play. And Rowand is on to keep the top of the 14th alive. Third hit of the inning. An 0-2, runner goes, and Creedy chops another one to third. That is a fair ball. And it's 2 on with 2 out. 4 hits in the inning. Runners go, 3-2 pitch. The bases are loaded. Astacio will now have to deal with Chris Widger. Widger walks to force home the second run of the inning. And it's 7-5 White Sox here in the 14th. Back-to-back walks. Here's Wandy Rodriguez to pitch to Scott Podsednik. On 0-2. Podsednik strikes out. And that sends game 3 into the bottom of the 14th inning. The first run scoring since way back in the 8th. 1 away. 3 pitches, and Marte strikes out Ensberg. 3-1. A walk gives the Astros life. If you're wondering about Burley, His last relief appearance was in the 2000 AL Division Series against Seattle. Here's Lane. And there's a pop-up out behind second base. Blum has it, 2 down. And the White Sox are 1 out away from a commanding 3-0 lead in this 2005 World Series. Strike. That's high, 2-1. Down to second is Palmeiro. No stolen base. Now a 3-2. Ausmus grounds to short. Uribe bobbles it, and the game will continue. Tying runs are on with Everett coming up. Error on Uribe, his second of this postseason. Will give the Astros a break and a chance to do something about a 7-5 game in the bottom of the 14th as Mark Burley. The 1-1 pitch. Everett pops it up. On the infield for Uribe. The White Sox are up 3-0. A 14-inning game ends 7-5 Chicago. And the Astros will end the night with 15 runners left on base. Jeff Blum, one of the heroes. The go-ahead home run, which made it 6-5. They tacked on another, and the White Sox win it in 14, 7-5.